Today is 1.2 Stimuli and Responses in Human. Human face constant changes in surroundings. These changes are called stimuli. Examples of stimuli include light, sound, and chemical substances. Humans use their sensory organs to detect stimuli. Humans have five sensory organs: eyes, ears, nose, skin, and tongue, as shown in photograph 1.6. Which sensory organ is the largest? Do you know? Yes, skin. Eyes for the sense of sight, ear for the sense of hearing, nose, sense of smell, tongue, sense of taste, skin, sense of touch. For eye, study figure 1.7. Can you identify the parts of the eye? Sclera, iris, and pupil. This is from view of the eye. Okay, this is cornea, the transparent layer which refracts and focuses light onto the retina. Then this is iris, the colored part of the eye which control the size of the pupil. This is pupil, opening in the center of the iris, which controls the quantity of light entering the eye. This one is aqueous humor, transparent fluid, which maintains the shape of the eyeball and focuses light into the eye. This is conjunctiva, transparent membrane, which protects the front parts of the sclera. This one is suspensory ligament, strong fiber which hold the eye lens in its position. This one is ciliary muscle, muscle that changes the thickness of the eye lens through contraction and relaxation. And this is eye lens, transparent and elastic convex lens which focuses light onto the retina. Okay, this one is vitreous humor, transparent jelly-like substance which maintains the shape of the eyeball and focuses light onto the retina. This one is sclera, strong layer that maintains the shape of the eye and protects it. This is choroid, black layer that prevents reflection of light in the eye and supplies oxygen and nutrients to the eye. The yellow one is retina, layer containing photoreceptors which detects light and produces nerve impulses. Yellow spot, part of the retina which is most sensitive to light as it has many photoreceptors. This one is blind spot, part of the retina which is not sensitive to light as there are no photoreceptors and an exit point for all optic nerve fiber. This is optic nerve fibers which carry nerve impulses from the retina to the brain to be interpreted. What is the color of the object seen? The retina has two types of photoreceptor, rod cells and cone cells, as shown in figure 1.9. Rod cells are sensitive to different light intensities, including faint light, but are not sensitive to the color of light. Cone cells are sensitive to the colors of light under bright conditions. There are three different types of cone cell, which each is sensitive to red light, green light, and blue light. This is ear. This one is outer ear, consists of ear lobe and ear canal, middle ear, ossicles, eardrum, oval, and eustachian tube. Inner ear, semicircular canals, auditory nerve, and cochlea. Function of the parts of the human ear. Outer ear have structure of earlobe and ear canal. Earlobe collects and directs sound wave into the ear canal. Ear canal directs sound wave to the eardrum. Middle ear, eardrum, that is thin membrane, vibrates according to the frequency of the sound wave, receive and transfer the vibration to the ossicles. Ossicles that made up of 3 small bones amplify sound vibrations and transfer them to the oval window. Oval window collects and transfers sound vibration from the ossicles to the cochlea. Eustachian tube balances the air pressure on both sides of the eardrum. Inner ear, we have cochlea, contains fluid. Semicircular canals contain fluid also. Auditory nerve. For cochlea, detects and converts sound vibration into nerve impulses. Semicircular canals detect the position of the head and help to balance the body. Auditory nerve send nerve impulses from the cochlea to the brain to be interpreted. This one is nose. The nose is the sensory organ of smell. Smells are chemical substances present in the air. About 10 million sensory cells for smell are located at the roof of the nasal cavity. Function of sensory cells for smell. Sensory cells for smell are tiny and covered with a layer of mucus. Chemical substances in the air will dissolve in this layer of mucus and stimulate the cells to produce nerve impulses. The nerve impulses are then sent to the brain to be interpreted to determine the type of smell. What are the parts of the tongue? Tongue, papillae on the tongue, taste bud on the papillae. Pores, supporting cell, taste receptor, nerve to the brain. The tongue is the sensory organ of taste. Observe the surface of your tongue using a mirror. There are tiny nodules known as papillae on the surface of the tongue. The surface of a papillae is covered by hundreds of taste buds. Each taste bud contains 10 to 50 taste receptors. This taste receptor can detect 5 types of basic taste, which are sweet, salty, sour, bitter, and umami. Umami is classified as a basic taste because there are taste receptors that can only detect umami taste. This is the same as other basic tastes such as sweet, salty, sour, and bitter. Umami taste is related to delicious taste, such as the taste of meat in soup or the taste of fermented food such as cheese and mushroom or monosodium glutamate (MSG). Function of taste bud: when food is chewed, part or all the chemical substances in the food dissolve in the saliva. These dissolved chemical substances will diffuse into the taste bud through their pores and stimulate the taste receptor in them to produce nerve impulses. These nerve impulses are then sent to the brain to be interpreted as sweet, salty, sour, bitter, umami taste, or a combination of the basic taste. What are part of the skin? There are 5 types of receptors found in the skin. What are their functions? Okay, this one is pain receptor, detects stimuli that causes pain. This one is cold receptor, detects cold stimuli. This is hair, oil gland, epidermis, dermis, and fat layer. This is pressure receptor, detects pressure, etc. This one is nerve. Touch receptor detects stimuli. Here the receptor detects